Hi everyone, welcome to VTOL VR.
Some soldiers need a ride to the SAM site on the other side of the island. Open your doors to let them in and fly them to the objective waypoint.
Okay, so this is a flight simulator game where the only method of control is the VR motion controllers. So you use them to fly the plane as well as operate all the switches and buttons that you can find in the cockpit. So I'm going to go through the startup sequence, turn on the brake lock, turn on the main battery, turn on the auxiliary power unit. I'll open my door so these soldiers can get in. Check out these jets taking off. It's a pretty nice view. Very simple graphics, but it's still a cool effect being in a cockpit. Okay, so the auxiliary power unit is spooled up. I'll start up my engines, start up my multifunctional displays, my HUD. Now with the multifunctional displays, you can display multiple functions. This one will be external camera on the landing gear. This one, GPS navigation, targeting information. Everyone on board. Close the doors. Now this is a VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing. My engines are tilted up 90 degrees, so we're just going to take straight off. Let me turn off the auxiliary power unit now that the engine's RPMs have stabilized. Turn off the brake lock, and we are go for takeoff. So I can just hover straight up, turn around, and then I can tilt my engines to 0 degrees, so it's more like jet engines, and they will propel me straight forwards. And I can just fly around using the motion controls. Turn off landing gear. You can see the external camera, which is really cool. And with the motion controls, you have really fine control over the joystick, because the motion controls can detect such small little movements that's really all you have to do to have a smooth flying experience, is just make very small little adjustments, and it's really cool that it works so well. So the map has a couple cities you can fly around, check out, which is always fun in VR because you get that 3D effect, and it feels like the buildings are really rushing up at you. Can I cut through? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, pull up, oh god. Oh my god. Probably should not be doing that, considering I have a full load of soldiers in the back. What I should be doing is following these indicators on my HUD, which form like a little VR like tunnel. It's a really cool effect in VR because of the 3D and the depth effect. So I'm going towards another city behind these mountains. I should probably get some altitude here. Raise up. And I can keep track of my distance and whether I'm going the right way. On multifunctional display, I can use all sorts of autopilot. That's the navigation autopilot, which is spinning me around, but it tries to align you with your destination. The altitude hold autopilot, which tries to keep you holding altitude. I should actually put my brakes on now. I'm going to try to manually hold altitude. So this is a vertical takeoff and landing plane, which means it can land on helipads, which is what I'm doing right now. This is not a runway, just a very small helipad. So I opened up the flaps to track the landing gear. I'm trying to stay up in the air, but now I'm going to make my descent. Tilt my engines up to 90 degrees so I can pull up on the throttle, which gives me vertical thrust, and I can use to make sure my nose stays up and I don't enter a free fall. Okay, so I have to get down on that helipad. It's much harder than it looks. I'll give it my best shot. Okay, might have to make a couple passes here. Luckily, you have really good side-to-side turning when you're using the vertical thrusters. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was using too much throttle there and I almost shot myself backwards. Oh god, pull up. Now I need to angle my engines a little bit so I can actually start moving forwards instead of just floating out into the ocean. So they're at 63 degrees now. And now moving back up. Pull up. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Eject. Engine failure. Flight assist failure.
Let's try that again.
Hydraulic failure.
Okay, this time I'm gonna try and take a more measured approach. And just ease my way in.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Let's try the gear, the flaps. Angle up the engine. Myself just a little bit of thrust. It's so nice that you have such precise control over the throttle. Alright, and then just stay in the little indicator tunnel in the pipe, 5x5, and I should be good. I've never actually managed to successfully land on this thing yet. Oh god. Pull up a little bit. Okay. Oh god.
Eject. Engine failure.
Work? Oh god.
Flight assist failure. Eject.
God damn it.
Hydraulic failure. Electrical failure. Eject.
Eject! This is one of the coolest features about the game. You can actually eject and it shows you the whole animation in VR. Okay, try it again. Okay. Come on, baby. I think I might be going a little too fast. Come on.
Good job with the transport.
Eject. Engine failure. Flight assist failure. Eject. Hydraulic failure. Electrical failure. Eject.
I
Engine
delivered 3
failure.
passengers.
Flight assist failure.
I did it.
Eject. Hydraulic failure.
Okay. Oh, that's the only mission I can do. Let's now see. The reason I keep failing so hard is because the vertical flight tutorial does not actually exist yet. This is a early access game, so I have no clue what I'm doing with the aircraft. But let's just go into quick flight, where you can do island free flight, target practice, or hostile island. Let's try target practice because I haven't actually used the weapons yet. Oh, this is cool. Okay. Oh, I can move around in here. Teleport. Oh, this is cool. It's like your hangar. You can go look at your VTOL. This is what it looks like from the outside. See the engine. So, with throttle end, it goes straight up. But if you angle the engine so it's facing backwards, then it's just like a regular plane. Anyways, I should go back to whatever this is. Oh, I see. So you can buy like rocket pods. Oh, that's really cool equipping actually. Buy a whole bunch of rocket pods. Machine gun on the nose. And more rocket pods. Awesome. Okay. Launch. Okay, align yourself with the chair. And then you just put this helmet on, get started. Oh, it's an aircraft carrier. It's so cool. Alright, let's start the startup. Brake lock, battery, auxiliary power, on my screens. And then get the engines going. All sorts of different external cameras you can use. I like this one though. Navigation, targeting, and that's about everything we need. Let's launch. Alright. flying my engines so I can go forward.
Landing gear.
Pull up, pull up.
Landing gear.
Don't need my landing gear because I'm not actually landing. Onto this island. Now, I've never used weapons before. I've seen these switches though. Oh, okay. So I can launch my machine gun by holding on a trigger. But what about the missiles? Oh, there we go. I can switch to missiles. Exciting. Now I just gotta find some targets to hit. Alright. Perfect. Enemy territory. Let's take out this city. Oh god! My missile pods!
Eject.
And I crashed!
Engine failure. Flight
Okay.
assist failure.
Interesting.
Eject. Hydraulic failure.
I went a little too hard on the missiles there. Alright, now let's do a hostile island. So, this game in its current early access state has a campaign with 5 missions. It has this free flight with 3 different modes. So, it's got a decent amount of content. I was kind of expecting it to be like a simple tech demo. And I was disappointed at the $25 price tag. But after actually playing this game, I'm very impressed with it. It's a really innovative way of handling VR flight simulators, and I think the coolest thing about this game is that now every VR player can play a flight simulator. You don't need a good computer because it doesn't have very good graphics. You don't need HOTAS or any special equipment. All you need is the motion controls and your VR headset and you're good. So let's launch into this live environment. See what it's like. Alright. Angle down my engines. And let's take off. Oh, is that an enemy?
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Arm myself here. Hope it's not an enemy because I'm not prepared. Fly up to this guy. Didn't appear to be attacking me. Maybe he's going in for a landing. Oh yeah. I love flight sims in VR. Simulator games are one of my favorite type of games in VR. Can I do a full loop here? Might as well give it my best shot. If you pull your joystick back too hard, then you're going to start stalling. So you have to ease up on it. Oh yeah, so cool. But yeah, simulator games, flight simulators especially, some of my favorite games in VR. And the problem is they have such a high barrier of entry. This one is a good compromise where you don't need any special equipment, and while it is still kind of a complicated flight simulator, it's not just really simple. It isn't full fidelity, 100% realistic flight simulator where you have to spend 10 minutes starting up your ship. It's all pretty easy to get a hang of. I mean, I don't have a lot of experience with hardcore flight simulators. I just have a little familiarity with this type of flying from Elite Dangerous, but it is a completely different system, and there's way more interaction with the cockpit and everything in this game, and I'm really enjoying it. I don't know what all of the crap does, like flight assist. Let's turn it off for a second. Okay, now I'm like going crazy.
Eject.
Oh shit!
Engine failure. Flight assist failure.
You seriously
Eject.
rammed me?
Hydraulic
You rammed me
failure.
and killed me?
Electrical failure.
You jerk.
Eject.
Oh, we both died.
Engine failure.
At least they-
Flight
oh,
assist failure.
no, he survived.
Eject. Hydraulic
Jerk.
failure. Electrical failure.
Oh god,
Eject.
oh god, here it
Engine
comes.
failure. Flight assist failure.
It's actually
Eject.
cool that it shows you
Hydraulic
the
failure.
entire...
Electrical failure. Eject.
It shows you the entire death animation. Alright, alright. Okay, through this sequence one more time. So I really suck at flying this VTOL at the moment, But hopefully, when the full tutorial gets added, then I can actually learn how to fly a little bit better. Okay. Let's just get this set up ASAP. Just gotta wait for my engines to kind of stabilize here with the RPMs. And then I can turn off the auxiliary power, turn off the brake lock, and you know what? Since this is a aircraft carrier, we can actually do just a traditional takeoff. Tilt my engines forwards, and let's just roll to the end of the runway. Put up the flaps, full throttle, pull up. Oh god, did I make it? Yeah, I did it. Traditional takeoff, and you can do a traditional landing as well. When you have enough room. Oh, landing gear. Alright, I just wanted to go back into free fly one last time so I can keep talking about this game because it really has impressed me with just how good of a control scheme it is. I mean, I'm used to playing like Elite Dangerous with a HOTAS, and I was kind of thinking that controlling a throttle and a joystick with just the motion controls was not going to be like very accurate or enjoyable, or it would just feel weird. But the guy did an amazing job with how it feels. I mean, there's a lot of control that you have over the throttle, fine control. Even the brakes, like you can pump the trigger and it controls how much you're putting on the brakes. So he did a great job also integrating all of the Vive controls, like how you tilt your engine by using a thumb pad, and you use all of the different buttons on the Vive controls, as well as all these different controls out here in your cockpit. So one of the issues that I've actually had with the Vive controllers is, you know, there's just so few buttons on them that it kind of limits the complexity you can have in these games without resorting to like ridiculous button combinations. But the guy who designed this game actually did a great job integrating all of the buttons, giving them like different functions or like slider, different variable ways of operating, and it's just one of the best implementations of the VR motion controls as a complex control scheme that I've seen in a game so far. So this game has just blown me away with how much of a success this idea is. So this is a $25 game. It is an early access game. So think carefully before you pull the trigger on it because it is very rough right now. No tutorial. So since I have no clue how to fly a VTOL, I was not able to pull off a vertical landing despite my best attempts. But I am still having a really fun time with this game, just using the motion controls to mess around with my ship and, you know, just have a good time. Let's go buzz these buildings one more time and I'll probably crash and die, or, better yet, just fly right in here. Send myself out like that. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so that was VTOL VR. Really fun, innovative VR flight sim. I highly recommend it if you're into flight sims, or even if you're not into flight sims but you think it looks interesting, because it does not require any additional peripherals. You can just play with the motion controllers, and that is a really cool thing. So check this game out. Or maybe wait until the full tutorial gets added, a patch or two, and then check it out. Alright, thank you for watching this video. Check out my channel if you want to see more virtual reality gameplay content. And have a great day, and goodbye. A little closer though. See if I can spin my plane all the way around. Come on. Yeah, they don't look that great once you get closer, but you're not actually supposed to get this close. Oh god, hold up, hold up. We don't want to kill all our passengers. Okay, let's get back on course.